What is going on? Welcome back to the channel. So today we're going to talk to you about Ethereum Classic, give you a quick overview of some of the data points, what is really moving it, and go over everything else you need to know. But first, make sure to hit that thumbs up. And with that, let's get right to it. So ETC right now is up a astonishing 23.71%, new 52-week high of $41.43. But it is the volume. The volume is the kicker. It is 28.35 million over the last 24 hours. That is absolutely amazing. Based on my last video as well, you can kind of tell that was going to be the case, that whales were going to rotate into ETC. A lot of the technicals and just the macro environment did show that alt season essentially was there, especially the fact that even ETC has been outperforming Bitcoin over the last several videos I've kind of brought up, and historically that has resulted in ETC squeezing. But generally, a couple of things that's driving just ETC higher is this. So the fear and greed index is at 83. So people's appetite for risk is on the table, and that's very resemblant based on everything. So ETC right now is ranked at number 29 based on market cap. Most likely it will go up significantly greater than the similar altcoins around it, only because of its squeezability. And yes, I'm making up words, but why I got into ETC was the fact that it did have a lot of good potential and a lot of people didn't really see it at the time. And then also it was very heavily shorted, still is. And even generally what has happened over the last several trading days with it hitting a new 52-week high, shorts haven't really done all that much. This is just the tip of the iceberg of how many shorts are actually out there in ETC, even though shorts have been starting to return a little bit. But again, this is just the tip of the iceberg. You're having a lot of whales acknowledging value out there. Even Citadel's CEO and many other larger names out there regrets not buying crypto. And so this is why you have seen this kind of abnormal bump up right here, is because it's truly FOMO. And so I think in general, ETC is going to continue to move higher. You're going to have a continuation of shorts returning. And then this is where you'll see like continuous all-time high or record highs. For it to hit record and like record highs, I think that more stuff needs to develop on the macro standpoint, and it most likely would occur under the Trump administration, so maybe in the next couple months. But beside the point, when this was at like $20, $21, I did a couple posts on my Patreon. So I launched a Patreon where I'm giving buy signals, stocks, options, crypto. When it was at that price, I was saying this is like going to easily go up to 35, and then 35 would be that strong pivot. It did far exceed my expectations, and so with it at $40 and change right now, that's absolutely epic stuff. And so as of right now, if you're looking for just some support and resistance points in the short term, with it at 38 and change, it is trading right below this R2, so watch for it to get above that 38.32 for a continued run. And then ultimately the next stop, I know it might sound crazy, but is $44. So yeah, honestly, ETC has struggled with this R2 in the past, the general area, and so if it is able to close above or kind of generally stay above that, then yeah, you'll see the 40s and hopefully for it to stay there. Pop over to my Patreon as well. I'm going to be doing a updated price target where I realistically do see ETC going, given what Powell just stated, the current macro environment, and again, under the Trump administration, how this all will kind of look and play out. But as of right now, on the 1-day chart, I have the 50, 100, 200-day ALMA as well as super trend. So honestly, looking at the 1-day, there isn't really anything negative to say about this whatsoever. Everything is looking very, very positive. It's above all the key points. Moving over to the 1 week, it's good to look at different viewpoints because everything kind of feeds into each other. This is, once again, it's in breakout territory, so it is showing signs. You can kind of look back at historically where it has really gone to, and so you can kind of see back in July of 2022 it did kind of flirt with that $46 range, then aside from that 52, 65, and then 78. And when you have a heavily shorted stock or crypto, it can, like, you have to take all this right here with a grain of salt, all the fib levels, because if it squeezes, it can easily blow past all of that. But as of right now, looking at the 4 hour, again, 4 hour leads into the 1 day and so forth and so forth. This, you're not really seeing any signs of weakness. The 1 hour as well, you're seeing pretty much breakout momentum going on. And generally, I don't really look at the 15-minute, but this is where you're seeing some hesitation, but still whales are getting in massively. So if you are part of that buying group, give yourself a shadow in the comments below. I know a lot of articles have been coming out saying that a lot of individuals, not really big players or whales, but a lot of smaller retailers using leverage to do buys. Are you doing that? Are you worried of a pullback? And so also, if you are in ETC, give yourself a shadow in the comments and throw your average as well. So it'd be good to see generally what people's perspective is. I know some people have posted that they're still down 50+% and stuff like that. So yeah, what is your viewpoint on ETC? Are you going to continue to buy, and where do you see things going? Don't forget to hit that thumbs up and subscribe. And then one final thing, like I mentioned, I did have that Patreon that I just started a couple weeks back. Many of my buy signals have been on point and home runs. So pop over there, take a look, link in the description below and also the comments. With all that, appreciate all of you watching.